Hey everyone, this is Christian C. And in this module, I'm going to talk about my personal notes on ascension. Originally, when I began this module, I called it Towards the Within, but it grew so much that I ended up placing it within its own section as a bonus. So you will find Towards the Within inside the bonus section of this program. And now, my intent in this module is to simply give you an overview on how I implement Law of Duality on a day-to-day basis. My daily personal approach is simple. I go into the parallels and dynamics between critical thinking and inner energy work. I started doing this when I saw how these pathways existed all through nature, and I simply started envisioning the evolution from different angles. Yes, zooming in and zooming out and applying certain energy processes into my own journey. For me personally, it all begins with letting go of what was holding me down, all those extra layers, so that I can expand on all good energies that already exist within me. And as I often say, let go of the many unnecessary layers and you will naturally ascend into abundance. My advice on working with energy is to focus on what you gravitate towards. This might sound overly simplistic, but realize that nowadays we are bombarded with so many distractions, so much that it is essential that we develop the right skills of letting go of many of these distractions before they turn into energy blocks. The more we remove those extra layers, the more swiftly we will move through our ascension. Extra layers such as overanalyzing our relationships with others, overanalyzing our daily work, and overanalyzing our intent, and even things like binge eating, particularly of unhealthy foods, that make us more tired and even sick. Now, this is one of the ones that I wrote down because it's something that I have to be cognizant of, something that I have to be aware of. Because if I don't keep track of what I'm eating and just having that notion of being well aware of what I'm eating and planning well in advance, if I don't do that, then I just go down the drain. My energy goes way down and I start eating the wrong types of food and I start binge eating. So I really have to use my energy work in order to remain healthy or have more of a healthy lifestyle. So binge eating, particularly of unhealthy foods, is what really makes us sick most of the time. Letting go of all the extra materialistic junk that we accumulate month after month, year after year. In a way, counteracting many of these distractions and energy blocks is to have a minimalistic lifestyle. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and get rid of everything within your house. That's what some people think when they hear the words minimalistic lifestyle. Although I would encourage you to get rid of all the extra stuff that does not serve a purpose within the house of your energy, metaphorically speaking. When we let go of all the extra and we focus on what truly matters, what we truly are passionate about, we build a stronger connection within all the good energies that already exist within us. That amplification of good energies becomes more clear, focused, and relaxed. It is counterintuitive, but the more we let go of the many things we do not really need, the more we amplify the good energies we desire to have a stronger connection with. Amplifying is simply another metaphor I use to visualize an energy process taking place. Energies that I believe will ultimately transform into my physical world and become a daily reality. This further gives me the ability to zoom in and ask the right questions that deliver the right choices. The right choices from which I can decide which one to pick and run with. Within those choices, there will be emerging details that will further clarify any remaining questions that I might have and further allow one of those main choices to surface to the top. This is part of the process we will cover in this program, but just to clarify this process, when we are faced with a decision, we come up with the best choices for us to take. We then look at the specific details of those choices. From those details, new choices can even emerge. This will help us further gain clarity and focus, and we then decide to take action within that one specific choice that we have decided upon. Once we really get good at this process will automatically run within our mindset and energy through the countless choices we make on a daily basis, from what we eat to our finances, relationships, and so forth. At times, I simply spark the process by asking myself questions such as, how can I diminish low-frequency energy that keeps me away from feeling motivated? Again, the question is, how can I diminish low-frequency energy that keeps me away from feeling motivated? And along with that question, I also tend to ask, how can I keep my motivation on a robust level through my journey? How can I keep my motivation on a robust level through my journey? Now, these questions will be answered in detail throughout this program, but let me give you a simple answer for now. When motivation plateaus and our energy goes down, we have to be able to make further connections between what truly motivated us and either keep that energy fresh, improvise upon it, or connect it with other new energies. One of the ways to do this is to be driven by your own personal story, be driven by your own personal vision, and be driven by a certain movement, either one that has already been created or one that we will architect ourselves. When we're focused and motivated by our own personal story, one which we are the authors of, and we magnify on our own vision, we're naturally letting go of what no longer serves our purpose. This is where I utilize the 80-20 rule. This is taken from Pareto's 80-20 principle that says that 80% of the outcomes are a result of the main 20% of our work. Now, in what ways do we apply the 80-20 rule? Well, 80% of our energy should be spent gaining focus, clarity, and relaxation on letting go of any energy blocks that we have built throughout the years. 80% of our focus and universal energy should be geared towards clearing our spirit, healing, letting go of any low vibrational energy and energy blocks, letting go of the anchors that hold us down so that we may move towards ascension, no matter how big or small the energy block is. We will deal with those energy blocks, obliterate them completely, or break them down to chunks if we cannot obliterate them completely, or simply use them as fuel to motivate us towards ascension. And we also let go of all those low vibrational energies by also zooming in on the remaining 20% of our energy that is focused on ultimate transformation. And I should say that this 80-20 percentage breakdown simply serves as a visualization technique and should not be taken literally as always being the specific amount of time that you must spend on each area. Overall, we should have the flexibility to allow our energy to move towards the natural ascension it seeks. At times, you will feel like addressing and focusing on your energy blocks directly, and at other times, you will simply feel so motivated to focus on your own vibrant energy that inspires you and that gets you closer to your goals. Your clear vision along your journey will guide you towards ascension and transformation. For some people, it might sound obvious that we need clarity, focus, and to do the necessary work in order to get closer to our goals, but understanding the small but essential key details that will make this possible and having a process that will make this possible, that is what will ultimately bring upon transformation, not just in some materialistic thing that you gain, but in a broader sense, attaining the ideal lifestyle that you deserve in your life. It begins by building a detailed process, one that continues to evolve and you continue to customize. The 80-20 rule can also be applicable towards being able to zoom out and not be bothered by the 80% of the chatter that is thrown at you. Don't bother with 80% of the news, the gossip, the innuendos, the criticism, the small talk, chit-chat, anything that diminishes your valuable time and energy. If possible, I would say perhaps let go of 100% of all of this. The percentage is not necessarily important as long as we are cognizant, as long as we are aware on a daily basis of those low vibrational frequencies taking place and not allowing it to subconsciously immerse us, at least not without us having a clear say on what we should listen to and what we should completely let go of. For some people, not listening to all the noise out there comes naturally, and for others, like me, we have to keep some sort of a process in mind, like this 80-20 rule, in order to proactively steer clear of all the noise, all the dribble that exists in our daily lives. Let go of what is holding you back. Again, let go of what is holding you back. Allow yourself to unlayer what is not useful or important. Every minute we have choices from what to do, what to think, how to react, etc. And within those choices, we have detail-oriented actions that will eventually lead to more redefined choices. Most of the time, this is all done through a subconscious process that will run through our mind, our body, and our inner energy. If we develop a process to tap into that subconscious in order for us to make better decisions, have higher vibrational energy, take better actions, be more driven towards what we want, then if we develop a process, we won't be wrestling so much within ourselves, wrestling within our energy blocks, or any other negative programming. To gain abundance, we must shred away any extra layers we have gathered on a daily basis. Those layers no longer serve a purpose. And this is so important, so I'm going to repeat it again. To gain abundance, we must shred away any extra layers we have gathered on a daily basis. Those layers no longer serve a purpose. When we let go of all the anchors that hold us down, we will ascend within our journey and attract abundance, gain what we desire, and allow all the good energies already within us to flow. I believe it's all possible within our duality. And with that, let's jump into the next module where I will focus on defining duality.